We need a new samurai.
Not it.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Sometimes you need a friend.
Sounds like you need help.
Want to see you win.
Hey, this is the training montage, isn't it?
Don't forget to land on your feet.
Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.
What did you most enjoy about playing Hank? I mean, it's such a star-studded cast, and of course, like you said, Mel Brooks, being a part of this project. But what did Hank mean to you?
Well, I think it's a really beautiful story. I mean, it's a great way to sort of take on just prejudice as a topic, and in such a way that can kind of obviously deflate it and show it for its, uselessness. And I love that as a vehicle for this story's kind of messaging, and Hank is the face of that because he just keeps powering on, through all that rejection that he's facing and all that prejudice, and because he really feels that he knows, what his destiny is, and he's very committed to that. So I thought it was a very hopeful kind of character.
You've voiced other characters before, but does it change the dynamics for you when you're voicing for an animal?
You would think it would, and yet somehow no. Animals, I always say animals are people too. I mean, look, you're in a world where, you've got a town full of cats in a sort of pseudo, Kurosawa-inspired universe. So I just figured, I didn't need to. I think all the work is. I don't need to meow. I think it was all done for me. So I just brought whatever I could from the inside in terms of who this character was.
Now, Hank has this goal that he wants to accomplish, and this success story for him. As we watch your journey, Asif, I've seen so much of the work that you've done. For you, how do you at this point in your journey define success for yourself and in accomplishing your goals?
What makes it worth it is when you get to do interesting stuff and tell interesting stories and work with interesting people or fun, creative people. And I've gotten to do that a lot in my career. I've been very fortunate, not just with this film, but with countless other things and stuff that I'm working on right now as well. So like Evil on Paramount Plus and, other things. So it's really about, is it fun to wake up every morning and go and do this project that you're doing? Yeah, if it is, then I guess that's success,
Who knew an evil army could go through so many beams?
And living them all at the same time.
You feel me?
I sound different now than in the movie because, the way of filming is you come in for a day or two to do a few scenes, and then a couple of years pass, and then you come in to do more scenes. And so it's been years before we finished it. And my voice is changing. I'm a growing boy.
You could have chosen any type of animals to represent the characters. Why cats and dogs?
Wow. I mean, cats and dogs are so classic. They're such a classic pairing that it just kind of makes sense. It's funny when you look at it backwards from this point in the process. It's impossible for me to imagine anyone other than the actors that we hired to play these particular roles because they become so much a part of who the characters are. So I mean, back in the early days, when you don't know who the cast will be, you just sort of say, who do we think would be great in it? And if you're lucky, you can get some of the people. And we were very fortunate because I think we got pretty much everybody we were hoping to get.
Focusing on me, away from Tel Aviv. Destination.
The smell of victory.
Paws of Fury, Legend of Hank is a fun movie. It's a fascinating movie.
I have something to tell you. I am your father. What? No, I'm not.
Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.